Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Earthworm Jim, Menace to the Galaxy. Well, that's just groovy. Coming off of last episode's visit to Oddworld, we have another franchise that peaked in the 90s in Earthworm Jim. The ultra-quirky platformer quickly became a hit after its release in 1994 for the Genesis and Super Nintendo for its fun and varied gameplay and comedic tone. It was in fact such a hit that it got a sequel a year later, as well as appearances in other media, including a 2-season cartoon that ran in 1995, starring the iconic Dan Castellaneta as Jim. But once again, as the 90s ended, so too did Earthworm Jim, as the series quickly faded into the background once the new millennium ticked over. But you know what's really funny? Despite being a well-known name and a pretty beloved game, there were only a small amount of actual Earthworm Jim games made. Earthworm Jim 1 and 2, which got the usual batch of ports, then Earthworm Jim 3D, a failed attempt to jump to 3D with the rest of the industry. After that came our game today, Menace to the Galaxy, which was released on Game Boy Color but backwards compatible with the Game Boy, and that was the end of the series. There have long been rumors of new games coming out, and there have been a few HD re-releases, but Menace to the Galaxy was, as of right now, the last game in the Earthworm Jim legacy, a big name from the 90s, reduced to using the number 2 instead of 2. Actually, that's still in character for Jim. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something about the cover is off. It's so simplistic, so undetailed, compared to what we usually got out of Jim. It feels like something that was made via paint by numbers. I loved the Genesis games, but I've never played this one. Make sure you have enough cows handy. It's time for Earthworm Jim, Menace to the Galaxy. Earthworm Jim, Menace to the Galaxy. Crave. I sure do. I don't have a joke for that one. There he is! Earthworm Jim, Menace to the Galaxy. Okay, this is already looking more lively than the box art. It definitely has that Earthworm Jim style and that Earthworm Jim font, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. Let's begin. Okay, we are in a city. Weirdly enough, controls are reversed, so it's B to shoot, A to jump. I'm guessing I'm supposed to be collecting these things, and I can't go in here. Controls are actually pretty fluid. Shoot, I don't get the ability to do the head whip. That was a big thing. Hi? What do I do with you? Am I accomplishing anything? What the hell? Okay, I guess I'm just supposed to look around. This hurts me, but the perspective, whatever. It's Game Boy. Oh, if I hold up while jumping, I have a super jump, okay? There's a tire up there. Watch out. I couldn't help but notice my gun is useless. Okay, so in the original Earthworm Jim, it was not... This seems a little more open. The original Earthworm Jim was very much straight up linear platformer. Oh, I did something. I did something. Maybe that machine knows what to do? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so I had to collect all the coins to beat the level. Is that how it's gonna be for every level? I know, this is gonna sound weird, but this feels very un-Earthworm Jim-y. It's not bad. So far, what the... Okay, that's a little more Earthworm Jimmy, there we go. But gameplay-wise, it's like, we're just going around collecting coins, and that's not what Earthworm Jim has ever been about. Can my gun actually do anything? Can my gun actually do anything in this game? Oh my god, I killed something. Okay, there we go. Finally, I found the one enemy my gun can kill. Hi. I just collected you. This is weird. Alright, I'm starting to feel a little more Jim-like. Of the Earthworm variety, you see. Yeah, it's very much more open than Earthworm Jim typically was. Oh, what's this? I think that was health. Earthworm Jim was always just, run to the right until you can't. Until you have a level where you're like, I don't know, flying through meteors or bungee jumping against snot. This is more exploration style. But it's not bad. I actually think they did a good job at animating Jim, too. The thing, Jim was a very animated, lively character, and they've done a pretty good job capturing that. I can't seem to get back up. This is it. This is my life now. Okay, game, I actually do need to get back up. Did I completely screw up? Hang on a sec. Exit. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, come on! It doesn't save your position, that's lame. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, that took less than a minute to get back to you. That wasn't bad. We have... What the... Okay, I just noticed the counter at the bottom. We have 150 coins to collect? Are you serious? The last level had like 10. That's quite the jump. Oh my god, I missed the jump again, and now I'm stuck down here. That is super obnoxious. Wait, unless... What if I do this? I'm a genius! And you actually, whoops, needed to do that in order to collect all 100 coins. The game is okay, it's just... That's it, it's just kinda okay. It looks kinda nice, and it plays kinda nice. It does have some of the charm that Earthworm Jim had, but it's kinda hard to translate that to Game Boy, you know? But it's alright. However, here's the big thing. This was, in fact, a Game Boy Color game. So, it's time to find out. What does the game look like while running on the Game Boy Color? Bright. Are there any significant gameplay changes? Oh, it does look a lot nicer. But it plays pretty much the same, looks like. Except, oh god, that wasn't water, was it? Yeah, it plays the exact same, but it's actually nice. A lot of the times the Game Boy version would run a lot worse than the Game Boy Color version, but... Okay, so... This is, improved. It's far from the best Earthworm Jim game. In fact, I think just by default, it's the worst Earthworm Jim game I've ever played. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It's okay. Although that jump in number of coins is driving me crazy. By level 5, we're going to be collecting 87,000 coins. The game takes 23 years to complete. Is it possible for a game to be extra okay? Because that's what I'm feeling here. Earthworm Jim, at its best, was a super creative and super unique platformer, with varied gameplay mechanics and a ton of comedic style. But unfortunately, Menace to the Galaxy just didn't capture that same feeling. The levels were a lot more standard, lacking any of that absurdist charm that the original games had. Some of the enemies were designed in a fun way, but a few fun enemies doesn't do nearly enough to give the game the kind of charm it needs. Plus, changing from a direct platformer to a collectathon also hurt the game. It felt less like an Earthworm Jim game than a random platformer that Earthworm Jim had somehow gotten into. And yet, at the same time, there really wasn't anything wrong with the game gameplay-wise. The controls were fine, there were plenty of platforming challenges that were perfect for the collectathon gameplay, some fun power-ups to use, it was all fine. In fact, that's kind of the problem, it was just fine. Fine gameplay, fine style, maybe not with the feel of Earthworm Jim, but still playable enough, and changing over to the Game Boy Color version gave the game a little more life, without any change in how the game played. All in all, it was alright, but again, it was just alright. This was the hardest paragraph I've ever had to write for Game Boy Roulette, because there's so little to say about the game. There's nothing here I'd really recommend, but nothing here I think you should really avoid either. So, yeah, I guess the phrase extra okay is the way to go. I think Jim himself would approve of that. Actually, no, 0 stars because no Worm Whip. Seriously, that was like the best mechanic. How do you not have that? And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm Brian J, and I'll see you next time.